Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Raggedy Pack, episode 5 of Tales of the Jedi. We just finished that banger of a Dooku episode, and then Corey had to clear his cache. So we're rolling into episode 5, where we're finally looking like we're going to return back to Ahsoka. Practice makes perfect. 13-minute long episode, which means more like 10 with 3 minutes of credits. But, you know, I'm just happy to be here. So we talked at length about the Dooku episode. I don't think we really need to go back that deep into it, but I guess just for the sake of if we, you know, you're a new viewer, we loved it, especially me. I think that was easily, in the grand scheme of Star Wars animation, that had to have been one of the best Star Wars episodes, period. Top 5 for me, I'd say. You know what? Let's say top 10 because I'm not prepared to make that statement. But so now we're going back to Ahsoka, which for some reason they made the first episode Ahsoka and then the next 3 Dooku?
Yeah,
which
it's a little weird.
Maybe, just maybe, the only reason I could think of for doing that would be it was released chronologically.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Everything has been in the right time order.
In chronological order. That would be the only thing that would make sense, but Ahsoka's 14 at the time of the Clone Wars. She's like a super young Padawan.
Right.
I don't even know if 14's right. She might be younger than that. So I'm not entirely convinced that first episode would have been before, you know, Qui-Gon.
Yeah, true.
So, but anyway, I just think it was a little weird that like they should have just released it 3 and 3, in my opinion. But, you know, who cares? They released them all together. So, whatever. Anyway, there's not really much else to say. This episode is short, but hopefully is worthwhile.
Quality over quantity, right?
I hope so.
Indeed.
All right. Well, if you guys enjoy our reactions, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. We got a lot coming your way over the next couple of weeks, so don't want you guys to miss out on any of that, especially the Bad Batch. We have a Patreon where you can get the full-length reaction to this and all of our other shows, along with 2-week early access to some series like Demon Slayer. We have social media links down there as well, along with a link to join our free Discord. And with all that being said, join the Discord and let's get into it. More temple. Ooh, let me go full screen.
Love the temple on every episode.
It's dope.
What's he running for?
You can kind of run like Woody from Toy Story there.
Oh, there's the wise Jedi. I always forget his name.
Whole squad.
Flow God. Oh, that's a... I think that's Kanan. Behind her with his master, whose name's skipping my mind. In the first episode of The Bad Batch, Kojo.
Oh, yeah.
That's her in the background with Kanan.
Oh, it totally is. I'm gonna have to look a little closer, but I think you're right. God damn.
Be clean with it.
I think so? It's been a while since.
No, it definitely is. Yep, 100%. She just did her move that she does in season 7 of the Clone Wars.
Impressive. You're right on time.
I thought I was late.
Oh, I love this show.
Captain Rex and the boys have agreed to help with the
Phase 1 clone armor.
Privilege, Commando. Let's get started. Head out to the center.
Rex in an old helmet?
Blasters are set to stun.
Gasp.
Droids are predictable.
Imagine being the trooper to pull the trigger first.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Come on. You'll get used to it.
You'll get used to it.
An hour?
Yeah, Jesse really tagged you.
Sorry, Commander. Come on, let's go again.
Wow, this is even crazier. And I'll explain why after.
You ready?
Damn!
He got lit up.
I hit with 3 hours later, I imagine. Anakin's kind of a fierce teacher.
Again. Again.
My God.
Again.
Bro, there's no way this doesn't like kill you after some point.
Yeah.
Not bad. It took us 5 minutes to knock you out that time.
Progress.
I can do better.
New armor.
How long has she been at this?
This is like a couple years in the future now.
Game training, that's cool. I want to see how long Anakin can last.
Indefinitely.
Oh, that was
some
cruel.
bullshit.
That was cruel.
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Oh, no.
you haven't seen this.
I know, I haven't seen this, but I'm kind of figuring out what's happening. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some things I don't know then.
Wow. Oh, I got goosebumps again.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I know how this is meant to be watched now. Oh my God, my heart's racing.
That's pretty cool.
So you guys want to finish that scene? That'd be hilarious.
Fuck, dude. Kinda.
Let me see. So first of all, talk about what you liked while I'm looking this up.
I like the part where Ahsoka got shot.
Oh yeah?
I like how they tied it in. That is really cool.
Well, so what you don't know is that end scene segues into the end of Clone Wars Season 7.
Mhm.
And like,
Kinda figured they
I'm
did
not
that.
kidding you. It transitions perfectly. But
That is cool. That's really cool.
so one thing that I was gonna mention this in the first at the beginning of the episode. Jesse was the name of one of the clones. You guys remember that?
Yep.
So Jesse becomes an ARC trooper, and in Order 66, spoilers. Hey, if you haven't seen season 7 of the Clone Wars, which these two won't ever, Jesse is there when Order 66 happens, and he's shooting at Ahsoka with a real blaster.
I see.
So it's a crazy parallel to have him, tasing her, stunning her, knocking her out, and saying, "Sorry, Commander." And then 5-6 years down the road,
Actually trying to kill her.
actually trying to kill her.
Yeah, that's
That
really
is
cool.
crazy.
And so, God, there's just so much here that I don't mind that episode being 13 minutes now.
Yeah, that was done really well. It was basically a training arc, but there's still so much story behind it because it connects to the Clone Wars perfectly.
Yeah. Like,
figured it, like-
seamlessly, bro.
I figured before you even said that it had. Once I heard the alarms starting to go off and sparks everywhere, I'm like, oh, they just fast forwarded to Order 66, and I know that I kind of know. I've seen like screenshots and stuff of Ahsoka during those like the last couple episodes of the season. So I kind of know that it went down like that, but that was a really smart move of them to do because it just like all of the feelings of those episodes would hit you.
Yeah, and
that's really well done.
it hit me once I looked at her because I recognized her character model from season 7. But I really didn't expect them to just add a scene into the middle of the final episode of season 7. Did not
Really
expect
smart.
that at all.
The one thing I'm kind of still a little weirded out by is that Rex wasn't, but I'm assuming there's story there. Did they get the inhibitor chip or something out of his head?
Yeah,
I'm sure it's complex.
I mean, it's really just so they really develop a close relationship.
Okay.
And that's really what anchors that. Eventually, they go and take care of the inhibitor chip, but
Okay. I see.
it's not like he's not immune to it, is what I'm trying to say without spoiling anything
Interesting.
crazy.
That's pretty interesting.
But
Damn, dude. That episode legit made me want to go and watch the Clone Wars, and I've never had that feeling. I've never had that feeling because
crazy.
I cannot stand the animation style, and I know I'm kind of a minority when it comes to that. But yeah, that episode actually made me want to go and watch it.
It's truly. It hit different for me because I'd watched the Clone Wars since the very first movie.
Right.
And so, my relationship with the show was 10 years in the making. Like, I went through puberty before I saw the end of this show.
Right.
That doesn't mean, you won't necessarily feel the same thing. It just means, like, it's different. My attachment to the characters is always going to be a lot deeper.
Yeah.
It's always
your
it's just
childhood.
like seeing the Marvel movies at the very beginning, starting at the very beginning and working all the way through for 12, 13 years. You get to Avengers Endgame. That end is going to hit a lot harder than it would if you binge all the Marvel movies in 2 months.
True.
Because it's
Very
just
true.
you're just going to feel closer to the characters, and so that's why I'm such an advocate for it. It doesn't mean it's not good. The Clone Wars, that is, but if I don't know, it'd just be different for you to go and watch all 7 seasons of it now versus what
Yeah.
I did
when I was younger. Agreed.
So. Corey,
Um,
you like it?
although
You hate it?
yeah, no, I loved the episode. Although I never saw the Clone Wars, I kind of figured at the end there, like when he had the gun to her back, this must be during Order 66.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, definitely interesting if and when me and Kojo do eventually watch the Clone Wars one day, like having seen this will be an extra little bit of a, I guess just, I don't know, backstory to the scene in the Clone Wars. What would you consider it? Build up?
I think it would be added
Behind the
context.
scenes.
I think it would be
Especially-
added context.
I mean, the thing you said about Jesse is probably the coolest thing from this episode. The fact that he, was stunning her during the training and he goes to shooting at her with the real rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And so some of the things that you see her do there, are weird because in the original sequence with the droid shooting, she does like that spinny thing in the air.
Yeah.
She does
Mhm.
that in, I think, episode 11 of season 7. Like, she does that exact move surrounded by people shooting at her. And so it's just like, it's just parallel after parallel after parallel. And that's why I say it's context, because it's like adding, this added context. Again, I can't think of a better word. Understanding where she learned how to defend herself like this.
Yeah.
So,
That's really cool.
and it's like Anakin put her in this position to defend herself against clones
Yeah.
before he even knew that would happen.
That's really cool.
So, I got nothing else really.
No, I love that episode.
It's just
Yeah.
gas.
I loved it too. I wish I could talk about it more, but I just don't have as much knowledge regarding the characters and like the stuff that has happened outside of this episode as you do, but nevertheless, I enjoyed it a lot.
Well, now it's you guys' turn to go watch the Clone Wars. All right, on to episode 6, I suppose. But
Yes, sir.
before we go, if you guys like this episode, hit that like button, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. My goodness. Don't forget that there is that full-length reaction over on Patreon, along with a link to join our free Discord. Be sure to check out our social medias. And with that, we will see you guys next week for episode 6.
See ya.
See ya.